Okay, so 3 weeks, right? We are finishing 3 weeks, and some people are just getting started now, which is, I mean, your time, your life. You respect time, time will respect you. Many people, last night actually, I was having a conversation with my dad, and he always tells me, uh, which is quite contradicting my thoughts and his thoughts about people who are very blessed. And whenever this thing comes in our mind, when people are very blessed, we always consider people are very blessed with either the money or that's what we say. Oh, he is very blessed. He's very blessed with what? You know with what, right? A big car, a big house, money. That's what people are very blessed. But I don't know if the blessed people look 150 kg, 120 kgs, then I don't know what is blessing. If it's blessing or a curse. So his thoughts and my thoughts are very opposite in this. Blessing can only be which is created by the God. Money was never created by God. It's created by man. So you decided something, this is important, and then you decided this is blessing also. And then you put a name of a God or the creator. So this is where we have gone wrong entirely, and that is why almost 75-80% people are unfit, unhealthy. Almost 95 to 96% people are mentally unfit also. 40% people are just showing their body that they are obese, they are sick. So this is the situation of this world. And whenever I find something which is, someone is doing something very different, I don't pay attention on what this person is doing or this company is doing. I always see the consumers, how consumers are becoming. And when I see the consumers, because everyone likes to invest, or maybe at that time, they loved investing in Coca-Cola and many pharmaceutical brands, or many of these brands which that they have made a very big return in past 30 years, 20 years, 40 years time. If you had invested $500, today you must be, I don't know what, 5 million or something, and just in 30 years time. But you also are a part of the same, the trap where people were, just 300 million people were obese, right now 3.12 billion people are obese. You would also be a part of the same, because you have invested your money into building something which has destroyed the mankind. I know you would not think like that, you would only think about your returns, but your returns has actually added more power how to kill people and how to destroy people, how to destroy lives. And that is the reason why you are not happy, because your energy is a part of that. And when your energy is a part of that, then you have some, what we call khalish. You know khalish meaning? Like some friction in your heart that is unresolved, that you are unable to solve. That you think like, I do everything, I am going to work, I am making money, I'm doing everything for my family, I'm a good person, I pay taxes, I take my family to travelings also, to vacation. Then why there is something wrong? Because your energy is invested into building something which is not right in today's time. You understand that or not? And these are the things, and I know 99.9% people who are sitting here will not change it. That also I know. But I'm not 99.9% people, and I don't want to be a part of the same where I don't say it. Of course, I don't do it, that is for sure. Everything what I own is very hard earned after many, many, many years. There's nothing that I made fast money or, the short-term gain. I have never looked into that. I don't believe in that. And for me, how I'm living is more important than what I'm getting through my investments. And if you look back in time, what happened in the past 50 years, from 1970s to now, you will understand all that happened in these years only. The stock market from 1950s to all the countries have gone up and down, and what you have created, now you see, that's capitalism is built on that. But the point is, that's very good, amazing, beautiful, good job. But the point is, look at yourself. Just look at yourself, that what you have become. Now, should you not do it? That's your choice. Whatever you want as an outcome in your life, that's what you should do. If you want to keep crying and keep complaining and keep talking about your problems and keep living like a slave everywhere you go, you're just trying to sell your product for the rest of your life, and you want your kids to also raise in the same, because it's a mentality. Because your money, what you're making, will never be enough for them, and they will also become like you and live the same life. It will never be enough because time will change. The value of money is changing every day. That's how the whole system works. So if you think that I'm going to make a lot and that is going to protect my kids, how? Because they are losing their sensibility of money and things. And that heart that they want to do something, they have lost it now, because you have just given it without making them work hard. And if you will make them work hard, then why are you doing it so much? Why are you investing your time in certain things? Are you guys understanding, or is it just a bouncer to all of you? Is it understandable? Because if it is, if you understand this, you can never ever be unhealthy. Because the only truth of your life, and you are alive, is you have a body. That's the only truth. That's the only truth. That you have a body, it means you're alive. And the another truth is, if you're alive, the other truth is, you will die. That's the other truth, that you will die. In between, everything is a lie. Now, if you spend all your life from the time you are born till the time you die, living someone else's idea of life, then the time you will wake up, the time you will open your eyes, which you will, the time will come for sure in this lifetime. Some people will have realization like I had very early. Some people will have it soon. Some people will have it later. And if it's too late, if it's in your, the loans you have to pay, the bills you have to pay, you're already 60, things are already not in your, then it becomes too late. And when it's that late, and things will become what? Uncontrollable. Then you can't do anything than to surrender yourself to whatever you have done. Then it's too late. And when you live your life properly, it shows, what you see in the body is just a reflection of your thought process, right? Your health, your fitness it shows that how good you live, how properly you live, and it has a direct connection of the way you think, your thought process. And if your thought process are correct, if your thoughts are good, that will show in your body, and that will reflect in your actions. And if your actions are good, it means you are living a good life. That's all you are supposed to do. And when you are living a good life, it means what is a good life basically? Can anyone tell me what is the good life? Manisha, what is a good life? What will you do with a healthy mind? Can control anything, yes. You're getting there, now let me complete it. When you live each day each moment to its fullest, that's the quality of life. That's it. You can be the poorest person in the world, or you can be the richest person in the world, you can be the king of the world. If you are living in that moment to the fullest, you're giving your best, that's what is a good life, according to me. And I'm not asking what is according to you now, because I asked once. It's according to me. When in each moment you give your best, because if God has given you your body, your heart, your organs, your sense, your brain, everything, it means to utilize it, to use it to its best in that given moment in time. And when you are living each moment to its best, that you know there's nothing better you can do in that moment, there's nothing else, that is a good life. And any unfit, overweight, unhealthy person can never say that they are living each moment to its fullest. And even if you say that, it's a big lie. It's not true. If you were, you can never put on weight. You can never put on fat. You can never be unhealthy. You can never be unhealthy mentally. So, mental health, you will find some skinny people also have mental health issues, right? So many. Some overweight people also have mental health issues. Because that they're overthinking but not doing anything from their body. That's where the mental health issues come. And that's very common. You can travel the whole world just in your phone in 2 seconds, but your body is at the same place. And now you're doing that throughout the day. And when you're doing that, your body is paying the price. And your body is getting tired. Because tiredness is just your brain sends signals to your body, to your system, and some people you must have seen, they go nowhere, they do nothing. Oh, and they're all the time like this, all the time like this. They're mentally tired. All the time, if you look at that person, it's like, man, what do you do? I've never seen you working hard. I have never seen you doing anything. I mean, what do you do with your body that you're so tired? And these are the people who sleep 8, 9, 10 hours also. But they are tired. So your brain is constantly sending signals to because your body listens to your brain. Always remember that. I give you one example. If you are starting your training today, right? If you will do 30 minutes of just treadmill, nothing else, just treadmill, 30 minutes, just walk, normal walk. And this is your first day, you will be tired, right? You will be tired. Now, if you see one of those Olympic athletes, right? And any professional athlete, 3, 4, 5 hours, 8 hours is normal training time. They will wake up the next day. They will also be same tired like you are. So how come the difference? Body is well trained. So what does it mean the body is well trained? What is body is well trained? Huh? Mind is well trained. What happened when the mind is well trained? How, if you open your mind, how can you say that my mind is very well trained? Because brain is not like muscle. It is like muscle, but its functionality is not like muscles. The more number of neurons accumulated over one thought is more trained, well trained. The things you are unaware creates fear because it creates the opposite of that. If you have a thought of something which you don't practice, you will create bigger thoughts, and every day it will add on more and more. If you're just sitting at home and saying like, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to become fitter, I'm going to build muscles, just more and more fear is developing because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So neurons are growing in the opposite direction. Right? That's what is the well-trained brain. And when your brain is well-trained, it sends signals to your body. Otherwise, your muscles are same every time. It doesn't matter. Even if you see bigger muscles who are like very muscular people, you make them stop training for 3 weeks, 15 days, they will be very sore when they train. If I stop training, I'm very sore when I train. If I take just 1 week break, 10 days break, I will be very sore when I train. Same like you, and even more. So my muscles are the same. It's just the brain understood my muscles better and sends all the neurons I have accumulated. That's a brain memory. But brain memory is not just for training, brain memory is for everything in life. And that's how you live a better life. So you understood this concept of what is a good life. And if you are, as I said, if you are too busy investing your time in someone else's idea, which is not helping you live a good quality life, then I would suggest focus on yourself and look at yourself, because the people who look at themselves and the people who don't listen to the norm are the ones who actually live their life properly. Otherwise, everyone just is a slave. And I know it's hard, it's difficult. It's difficult to actually listen to yourself. It's hard, it's not easy. But don't you all want the same that hard to do? Don't you see yourself that you're great, you're amazing, you're powerful, you're strong? Don't you tell that to yourself, or you say the opposite? If you're telling that to yourself, and that's how you portray in front of people, that's what you portray, right? That's why you dress up in certain ways. That's why you talk and walk in certain ways. And if you portray that, don't you think that the truth will be if you actually live up to that? Because if you are not living up to that, you're just making yourself weaker and weaker. Every day you are getting weaker. Am I right or wrong? And if you guys don't understand what I say, you can always raise your hand and ask me what does that mean. Because I'm not here just, I don't like. And if I'll be very honest with you, I don't like coming here also. I don't like sitting in front of people and wasting my time. I only come here because I believe, and it's hard for me. I also want to sleep, I also want to lie down, I also want to rest, and I also want to recover. And this is what I have created. You guys did not ask me to do it. I'm doing it. But it doesn't mean that I like it. I don't like it. If you ask me, I don't like it. I only do it because I know it's right. I only do it because I know that someone, or maybe many, will understand what I am saying, and they will change their life. And they will start living better. And I believe there is nothing more empowering than transforming and changing people's mind. There is nothing more powerful than this. I was telling one of my clients, there was a time when this client used to make fun of what I used to tell, like do this, do that. Everything was a fun, everything was a joke. Today that client has become exactly like that. And then when I told, this is my power, I don't need to reply with my words. If I can make you what you're making fun of, what is more powerful than that? What is more powerful than that? If I can change you and make you live the same life, what you were making fun of me, what is more powerful than that? And you know how the process of this is like, how many layers are there? Because I myself have to live throughout the journey, showcase and not once, twice, thrice, multiple times. Then this happens. So that's the only reason that why I'm here and why I am telling you all of this. So if anything you don't understand, but I believe, like my language is I speak very basic language. I don't use, very hi-fi vocabulary. First of all, I don't know, so I don't use. But whatever I use, it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't matter if my vocab is very high-end or low-end. What matters is, whatever you listen, whatever you hear from me, you implement that. You can put in your words. I would love to hear it in one of the videos, or when you're talking to someone, like what I do, and you're using better words. I will learn from you. Until then, you are not implementing, you must implement. So 3 weeks we are in Kaizen. As I said, some people have not shown any results. I will not take their names right now. I don't like to humiliate people so soon. But their time will come. I will make them stand up and I will make them tell their entire story. So tell me, what did you do 3 months? And the people who are in Kaizen from previous one, they know this. I do it. Because if you are a part of this, taking my time and taking this space, you must be doing something. So stand up and tell your story. What did you do? Tell all the excuses of, because I have written all the excuses. I write down all the excuses. So it's not me humiliating people. Humiliating people is when they are right and I am wrong and I am saying something which is not true. That's called humiliation. Isn't it? Tell me if I'm wrong. But if you're telling the truth, when there is like a contract, when there's a commitment, when you have said everything, done everything, having meetings, taking out time, tell me how can I help, going back and forth, changing program, changing diet, trying to understand. Okay, cry also in front of me. It's okay, no problem. I'll give you tissues as well. But after all of that, would you still call it? In the end, don't worry, not now. In the end, either you will not see those people, those faces. Just remember, look at each other. Whoever you don't see in the end, either you will not see those faces, they will run away anyway. And if they stay, I will make them stand and I will ask them to please tell your story. And I will have all the excuses written. Tell your story, how to fail. So at least teach something. If not what to do, teach what not to do. Something or the other we should gain, because everything is a lesson. There is no failures. Be positive about it. It's okay if you have failed, at least teach other people how not to fail. Something you can do, some value you can add. It's not a big deal. If you have a heart of a giver, just give. Give from your failures. I'm giving from my failures. Am I right? And I'm sure you all would like to know about those people as well. And you all would like to listen to their stories. Okay? So we will wait. Just make sure that you know each other. That's all I want you to know. So that everything is in open. And I am not the person, oh, Yasir humiliates in the end. Come on. I mean, after doing everything, and you not getting, I cannot support that. I will never support that. I'm not humiliating, but I will not support also. Wrong, I cannot support. Okay? So we will, in the end, we will wait for the amazing failure, amazing how to fail, what not to do, those stories. We will wait in the end. Any question till now, whatever I said? Anything you guys did not understand? Mr. Saurabh, I really worry about you because I know the sacrifice you have made. You know, so Saurabh is like living here from India 3 days, but I'm very happy that he has lost today 7 kgs, 6 kgs, 7 kgs today. 6.7 kgs in 20 days? Amazing. Good job. I made one story on him. I posted it so I can tell you that he did not lose weight for 3 days and he was very worried. He came to me, my office. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with this. I said, like, come, we'll sit. We'll make you a story now. And 1825 days he did not lose any weight. He didn't worry. He didn't say anything to anyone. But 3 days he did not lose. He started shaking. And then the 4th day, the next day he lost how many kgs? How many grams? 400 grams he lost the next day only. And I've told him, like, tomorrow you will lose even more. By Monday, you will lose more. So it's a, as I said about, it's a brain which sends signals, right? Same way, if you are if you don't give any space to your brain, if you don't stay positive, and if you don't believing is very important. If you don't believe in the process, you will also not see results, because your brain needs to get convinced that what you're doing is right. And when you're doing that, then it sends signals automatically. You start getting results faster, because whatever happened to your body is not entirely your fault. Remember that. That is the reason I am so supportive to you guys, because it's not entirely your fault. Yes, these are your choices, and that's wrong, but it's not entirely your fault. It is what happened exactly in this is you did not pay attention on your thoughts, on your thought process. It's very important to reflect. Very important. So what happened? Whatever you tried to do right, but you just like kept like climbing. You kept climbing. You did not think, where am I climbing? Where am I going? You just kept climbing. And I mean, to put on weight also takes a lot of work. It's not an easy job. To become unhealthy is a lot of work. You have to literally be very lazy. You have to literally be very lazy and handicapped from your brain, from your mind. Literally, you have to put your mind in the refrigerator, put it in the freezer, and then live your life. Headless chicken's life is not a good life. I mean, it's a hard work. It's a lot of hard work. You will be banging your head like 10,000 different places for no reason. And you know that. So it's not an easy job. It's a lot of hard work. But what happens? In the end, after a certain age, so usually the realization happens in 30s, the first realization. I had very early. In my early teens only, I had. What people have in 30s, then the second realization every decade, 40s. 50s is something which is, you will find, now I want to give up. But do not. Even 60s, do not give up. I will never ever favor, even if it's your last day, I mean, of course, we don't know when it's your last day, do not give up. Because you have not come to this world to cry about your problem and give up in life. That is something which is the most useless thing you can do in your life, is you cry about your problems and don't do anything, don't take any action, and just keep crying. And then feel like, I don't want to live anymore. That is the biggest useless thing you will ever do. There's nothing more useless than this. Take actions, make a plan, follow a plan, stay consistent on that plan, and see your life changing. Maybe it will not change for 3 days. Maybe it will not change for 3 weeks also. Maybe it will not change for 3 months. But it cannot take more than that. It cannot take 3 years that your life did not change. A same man cannot enter the same river, right? Either the man is not same anymore, or the river. Because time is always moving. So it cannot, if you have put right efforts, it means your life will change to better. Otherwise, life will change anyway. To worse, it will change. But to make it to a better life, it requires efforts. Correct? Okay. Let's close your eyes, guys. We are going to meditate on. Yes, please.
It's interesting you spoke about pay attention to your thoughts. And last week I had that moment when I had a really low time in the daytime. I had my training session and I just had to cancel it. But then it's so funny. Just 10 minutes after I spoke to my AP, I was like, no, I can't do this to this program. I can't do this to you. Like your mind, your words kept coming in my mind. I right away called my AP. I was like, you know what? I'm having a low time. I'm still gonna come in. So I came in for my session half an hour early, and I met Norman at the front, and he was like, how are you? he just said, "How are you?" Again, I just started crying. And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm in the gym. I'm crying. This is so embarrassing. People are looking at me." But that 1 hour of training under your treadmill helped me so much. Where, yeah, you said, so this is the first time that like I was so emotional, yet I fought my thoughts and I showed up. In an ideal old Sonal would just cry, hide in the bed, order McDonald's, and just emotionally, So thank you for this. Like,
Amazing.
it really touched
I know
my
this
heart.
incident. Norman told me about it, and this is beautiful because now what you did, you have channelized that feeling into training, into doing right. If you would have ordered, you would still feel the same, but just the outcome of that eating would make you even more cry later. You would be even more upset later. But this, what you did, made you feel more of, like a warrior, or you have won over your own emotional negative thoughts, and that's what we all are doing here right now, right? Including me. As I said, like, I don't feel like coming here. I don't feel like waking up. And trust me when I say this, it's 100% true. It takes me at least 10 minutes to get out of bed and stand up. 10 minutes at least. I stretch from every angle, every side, and my bones are like tuck, 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 tuck. Everything. Everything. But do I have a choice? Because my choice to live this life. And I want to live not like a slave. Not at all. No one can dictate that how I will live. I will only live as per the God, as per the Creator, as per the creation, as per the nature, how I'm supposed to live. And that is why it's very, very powerful to live your life this way. And trust me, every day you add more and more power. The more you overcome from your own thought process, own negativity, you will find, seriously, I mean, to become healthy and fit was this easy? It is. It is that easy. You know why it is that easy? Because it was never work to be like this. It was never, I mean, have you ever seen in any, because it's nature. Since you're born, when people ask me, so when should I, ask my kids to start training and what is the right age? As I always say, when did they stop training? Until you send them to school, until you ask them to go to job and work and this, then only they stop training. Otherwise, since they are born, the day one, from that very first moment, they are movement. Training is what? The movement of your body. So their movement starts way faster and way more than adults. And you don't make kids start training. You make kids stop training. There is no age. Day one is the right age. Because it's just a movement. And they have to move every day with that energy. But what happens when you make them sit on the table, on the chair for 6 hours, 8 hours, and make those people just listen? Now these days are the iPads and they are just constantly listening on iPads and having online classes. What do you think that energy, where this will go? All the physical energy, where it will go? And then consuming sugar, I mean, that's another topic entirely. But where this energy will go? Because sugar will put so much energy in your system and then you're doing nothing. Where this will go? Then all the energy comes to your mind. And your mind is like constantly working fast. And now your mind is going haywire everywhere. Now when it's going haywire everywhere, it's unable to control. When it's uncontrollable, then what happens? It creates depression. It creates a lot of emotional thoughts. Because since your birth, because as a child, they know when they are hungry and they know when to move their body. You don't ask them, okay, now start moving your hands, now start moving your legs, okay, now do it. They don't listen to you, they don't care what you say. They just do it what is natural. And same way, so how come that nature has changed when you start growing? That nature will need to get into more, like you will have it more of that nature. As you're growing, you have now, why you have a brain? Because now this becomes your responsibility. Now when you don't do it on a daily basis, every day, by the way you eat every day, the way you sleep every day, the way you do all the basic things, same way the movement is required every day. Every day, non-stop. There is no day off in that, because if you're taking a day off, then make sure that you are fasting from food, you're fasting from people, you're fasting from your brain. If you can do it, then okay, don't do it on the 7th day. Because when people, so how many days do I need to come in Kaizen? I said, like, what a stupid question you ask me. What a stupid question is this? How many days? And I don't even answer that. I said, like, I have worked hard enough. I've showcased enough videos and put all that on social media and everywhere, on screens also over here. And there are enough people who are walking and talking about my programs. If you did not ask them, and if you have come here, I'm not going to answer you. Now you find out how many days you have to come. It's up to you. Whatever is your requirement. How can I decide it? No, I cannot come 7 days. I said, like, don't come even 1 day. Just give me results. You don't come, you don't show me your face, just give me results then. Now you want the results, and you want to decide how you will get. If you were so good, then why you need me? If you decide everything. So that's why what you said is this emotional breakdown. Now you're starting. Now you wait for the next 3 months when you finish Kaizen, and then you see the control you will have over your thoughts. And all of my clients who have done amazing, almost 95% people in Kaizen, and the way they are living now is just beautiful. And they don't even realize that when this happened. How did this happen? But it's just those small little steps every day when you build on that. And what role I play in that? I'm just that anchor who believe what I say and who believe that yes, you will achieve. That's the only role I play. In the end, you need to do it. But that belief is very important, because that belief is like you have a phone, you have Google Map, the app you have. You just don't know where to go. You have everything. You're very smart, you're very intelligent, you just don't have the location in your map. I decide that location. That's it. It's a very small. Neither what I am deciding will cost you 5,000 dirhams for the phone, nor the cost of the app, nor the time, nor your efforts, nothing. But without that location, everything is useless. Nothing will make sense. Once you have the location, then you start going. Neither I'm your car, nothing. It's just that location, that pin. That's your goal, and this is where you need to reach. And what happens, and all the wives and all the husbands and all the parents and all the kids, everyone wants the other person, whoever is there, that person to be happy, and that person to live, and that person to live properly, and that person to annoy the other person less, and no headaches. But what happens? They don't know how. If you can be a good guide, or if you can be a good leader, if you can be that location pin, this is what you are supposed to do, this is what you need to, and you be firm about what you say, then life will be much more easier than the way we are living right now. Life is very simple. It's not complicated. We make it complicated. Right? Okay, so let's quickly meditate. And the topic is 3 weeks in Kaizen. What you have done, you just need to write that. Okay? What you need to write, basically, see, I know all your excuses. And I asked you guys last week also to send me something. You guys did not. Before that also I asked, you guys did not. So let me know if today is the good day to start our fines. Every single one will get the fine if you will not send me all the excuses you have made in these 3 weeks. And I will either approve it, I will discuss with you, I will talk to you about it. And I know all your excuses. If you will send me wrong excuses, you will still get a fine. One wrong excuse, 1,000 dirham fines. Otherwise, all the excuses, all the fines you are going to pay today. And there is no back and forth. Once the fines message goes out, you know that. In contract, there is one thing written. Once you get the fine, you cannot even question me. I am not going to answer that why you got the fine. So don't even try to lie about your excuses. Let's be honest. I respect you, right? And I don't care if you respect me. I don't care if you respect me or you don't respect me. I don't care. I don't give a damn. But I respect you, and I want to respect you. So if you really understand what I'm saying, then today we are going to meditate now. You recall all these 3 weeks, the way you have lived. And trust me, if you have cheated once, make sure you are writing it down. Because 3 weeks, don't think that I'm a fool. And don't make other people believe that it's a bad program just because you are not living up to that. Do not spoil others' belief about my program. Your loss, you being a weak person, cannot decide that my program is weak. So your stupidity, keep it to yourself. Am I clear? Today you are going to pay all the fines. Trust me. And I know who you are. You know that very well. I know what bullshit you give. You are going to pay all the fines today. 5,000 from each person I am expecting. And whoever has not given the money, I will take it today. Clear? Don't even dare to hide anything. If you will hide it, I will broadcast. X person, XYZ mistakes. Broadcast. So decide. If you yourself will share with me, then it will be between us. Agree, everyone? Whoever is not agree, please raise your hand. So before I broadcast, I know that, see, I have done something, the person did not agree. Whoever is not agreeing to this, what I am saying, please raise your hand. So everyone is agreeing. Good job. At least this much I expected. Well done. So today you will have a very good chit-chatting with me. Okay, people? Let's meditate. Now you are going to recall your 3 weeks. And also when you are, now on a serious note, when you are recalling your 3 weeks, also replace that whatever you have done with what you could have done. And just visualize yourself what you would be today. If you could have done what was required at that time, but you did not do it. Okay? Let's close your eyes.